So, in the previous video lecture, we have seen the conditional statements. So, in this video lecture, we'll see the unconditional statements. As the name indicates, there are no any conditions. So, these unconditional statements will transfer the control of execution from one block of statements to the another block of statements unconditionally. So there are no any conditions here. So here the control of execution will transfer from one set of statements to the another set of statements, or I can say the block of statements here. So the unconditional statements are the first one: break, continue, go to, and return here. Okay. The break and continue statement. The break statement, it stops the current and succeeding iteration. That is, it transfers the control out of the loop. It breaks entire loop execution. So this break statement will transfer the control out of the loop here. Then continue statement, it stops the current iteration and continues the next iteration. That is, it transfers the control to the next iteration of the same loop here, and it breaks the current iteration of the loop here. Note, so these unconditional statements are also called as the jump statements here. Now let us understand with example how this break statement and continue statement executes here. Okay. Now I am going to consider a program to demonstrate how the continue unconditional statement works here. Okay. So first I'll declare the header file. Studio.h standard input output header file. Then I'll include the conio.h console input output. Then main function. I'll declare with the void main. Then I'll declare one variable and I'll initialize here itself. Okay. Then I'll include while loop while I is less than or equal to 5. Then I plus plus if I is equal to 3, continue printf %d slash t comma I semicolon get ch, then close the brace here. Okay, let us understand the usage of the continue unconditional statement here. So in this program, two header files I am taking. One is a standard input output and console input output. Then main function. As we know that the control of execution will start from the main function. Then I am declaring a one variable I is equal to 0. I am assigning a 0 value to I. Okay, so I can write like this also: int I will declare. Later I'll assign the value for I. So both are same. Okay. Then I'm taking a one while loop. So while I is less than or equal to 5. So what is the I value? Initially it is 0. So the condition satisfies. That means the condition is true here. Then increment the value of I. That is 0 becomes 1 here. Okay. Then I'm putting a condition that if 1 is equal to 3, that is I is equal to 3. So here the I value becomes a 1. So it will check 1 is equal to 3. Now the condition false here. Okay. It won't execute this statement continue. Then it will print the I value. So what is the I value? That is 1. So here I have included slash t. So here slash t indicates that the tab here. Okay. So here I can include slash n also or slash t also. So slash n, what it indicates that the it will print the number. Okay. So in the next printing of a number, so it will print to the next line. So that slash n indicates here. Okay. When I include slash n, so when it is going to print the next number, it will print to the next line here. So likewise, slash t indicates that tab. Okay. So it will give some space between the numbers, and the numbers will be printed here. Okay. So it will print the value of I, that is 1 here. Then the condition is still true. That means what? It has to execute the while loop. Now the value is I value is what? 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. The condition satisfies. It is true. Increment the value of I so that it becomes 2. It will check if 2 is equal to 3. No, right? Then printf the value of I, so that the value of I is 2 here. So slash t indicates, so there is a space between 1 and 2. Okay. So slash t, then while loop, so the value of I is 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5. The condition satisfies. Increment the value of I, that is I becomes 3 here. Now it will check if I value, that is 3 is equal to 3, the condition satisfies here. That means the next statement is what? Continue. So this continue, it will stop the current iteration. Okay. It will stop the current iteration and continues with the next iteration here. Now the value become 3. Okay. It won't print, that time it won't print the value of I here. That indicates what? It won't execute this statement. Okay. It will stop the current iteration. So the current iteration is what? It has to print the value of I, that is 3. So it will stop that one and continue with the next iteration. That is, it will go to the while loop. Then the value of I is 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5. The condition satisfies. Increment the value of I, so it becomes 4. 4 is equal to 3. No. Then print the value of I, that is 4. Right. Then I value is 4. 4 is less than or equal to 5. Condition satisfies. Then increment the value of 4 I, that is it become 5. So 5 is equal to 3. No. Then print the value. So it will print 5. Then I value is 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. Then increment 6. No. Then print the value of I, that is 6. So here line indicates space here. Okay. Don't get confused. So here line indicates spaces here. Then I value is 6. 6 is less than or equal to 5. The condition become false. Then it has to execute, it has to come out from this loop and execute the next statements, that is get ch, get the character from the keyboard here. So this is the usage of continue unconditional statement in the C program here. Okay. Now let us understand how the break unconditional statement works here. Okay. So break, usually what it does, it will stop the execution of the statements, or it will stop the iteration and come out from that loop. Okay. And execute the next statement here. So this is how the break, or it will break means what? It has to stop that iteration here. Okay. So here what I included? So here I included one variable I, and I have initialized 0 here. Then I have taken a while loop. While I is less than 5, so 0 is less than 5, the condition satisfies. Then it has to execute the statements which comes under this while loop here. Then increment the value of I. So I become 1 here. It will check the condition. 1 is equal to 3. The condition false. Then it has to print the value of I. So what is the value of I? That is 1 here. Okay. Then continue the execution of the while loop. So the I value is 1. So 1 is less than 5. Yes, true. Then increment the value of I, that becomes 2. 2 is equal to 3. The condition false. Then print I value, that is 2. Next, 2 is less than 5. Yes. Increment the value of I, that is it has become 3. Now this condition becomes true here. So 3 is equal to 3. Yes, the condition becomes true. Then it will execute this break statement. That means what? The control of execution will come out from this loop or iteration and execute the next statement, that is get ch. So this is how the break unconditional statement is used in the C program here.